Honorable Governor Dr. Arif Mohammed Khan. See, as a Keralite, sir, sincere apologies for what is happening there and what all are happened against you yesterday evening also. That's all very good. That's his spirit. You must have seen through the media also how a person, how many of you have got that guts, I don't know. When this that particular group of goons tried to attack that car, they have seen only some persons who are fleeing away from the field. But this is a fighter. This fighter, you know, when a decision has been taken by a Congress government with a huge majority, we can't just imagine that majority which was at command with Rajiv Gandhi at that time. That young man of that time, he is still young, at that time, he was that courageous enough to question that decision. You know about that, I don't want to say. He was fully conscious about that. He was in his beginning 30s at that time. We were all seeing, we were all watching him with all pride. He said, this is wrong. You are doing wrong to this constitution, the integrity, the unity of this nation. Giving extra consideration to particular group or particular religion, fearing the religion, appeasing them. It is not good for this constitution, our nation. So he just resigned. Nowadays, you know, for a simple power position, what all are people doing nowadays? But he at that early 30s, he left the government at that point of time. He was in the nationalist field. He has got fields to work, especially in the service, in the intellectual field, in the philosophical work. We are all, majority of the people who are sitting here are the practicing Hindus. But I don't know how many of you have got the knowledge as Arif Mohammed Gandhi has got on Vedas, Upanishad, Gita and everything. Dr. Mohan Bhagwat ji, when he was participating in the book written by, release of the book written by Manyaranga Hariji, Prithvi Sukta, at that time, Mohanji, a person like Mohanji himself has said, so I am not having that command over Hindu philosophy and churches as Arif Mohammed Khanji. So he said, in the real sense of the word, a Sanatani Bharati. Sanatani. He is proud of it, of our culture and everything. And such a person, he didn't flee away from that field. He didn't ask his driver to raise, accelerator jada lagao, jaldi se yahan se, no, stop this. And he countered them like anything. And again I am asking how many of us have got that courage to face such a hooligans as a whole. And now, just now in that discussion, that special session, I have said that one chief minister has given a strange explanation for why Srirangam temple was closed. It was only because two particular group of pilgrims have clashed each other. And yesterday when the chief minister and other ministers and authorities were asked what has happened in Trivandrum, then they were saying why governor went out of the car. That was a problem. There is no problem in attacking him. But only thing is that courageously that great man has countered it. That's the problem. So this is the way these things are going on. This is why. That's the main reason we are discussing this particular point also now. See, Bharat is one. Yesterday I heard that. I don't know whether the group which was accompanying Governor Saab has heard it or not. They were raising the slogan, who is a North Indian to rule us? Why he is coming from North India to rule us? This is the way in which our constitution is being respected by a particular group. You have to think seriously about our future. You have to think very seriously. This type of hate is being created among the small children even. Small children even. This cutting Bharat into several pieces, just like we have mentioned in a lighter vein, I have mentioned about the cutting tea. Half tea is known as cutting tea in Mumbai and all. So now some group are trying to cut Bharat also in that way. So as true citizens of this great nation, we will not allow that to happen. It will not happen, I'm sure, quite damn sure, because Bharat, it is Bharat. Bharat is to be Bharat. It has to be remained as Bharat because we have got a great responsibility to the whole world. We have got that responsibility to give light to the world. We have got that right duty, responsibility to give knowledge to the world. So the relevance of such a nation will not cease on a fine morning. That responsibility, that relevance will continue as long as this universe exists. That is for Bharat. Krinvanto Vishwamaryam. Bharat has been created with that writing on our head. Khuda, Ishwar ne Almighty has written that particular concept on our head, that you have to ennoble the world. So ennobling the world is not 1 day's job or 2 days job or 1 year's job or 1 age job. Generation by generation we are in that particular work. In between, because of so many historical reasons, we became a bit weak. It was got so many reasons, I don't want to go deep into that aspect. It's for sure that particular strength of our nation has decreased. That's why we became slaves of the foreigners, the colonial masters and everyone. But once our swa, the selfhood concept has been ignited by the great leaders of our bhakti movement, that too started from south, started actual inspiration of our Bharat Swatantrata Sangram and also the actual inspiration of the swa which has been enlightened from south. That is our history. History is teaching us so. Poondanam. How many of you are having that belief that Poondanam, the great Bhakta Kavi of South, is the actual leader of the Bharat Swatantrata Sangram? Just now, our general has explained about Poondanam's writing. He himself has wrote, Bharata Khanda Mozhinnulla Oru Deshami Logathengume illa Muktikkai Tapassi Cheyyan Veronnumilla ennu he has written. Bharata Khanda is the one and only one place where in which you can attain salvation, mukti, tapas. From Poondanam, the other Bhakta Kavis also got inspiration. We know about that fact also. And from our land only, Adi Shankaracharya went for a great pilgrimage through all the boundaries of Bharat. He could have gone to Russia also at that time by walking. But he never got to that. This sacred place has been covered by great Shankaracharya. That is also a child or children or of a child of Kerala or South. Then how can you say, how can some people can say that Bharat is not one, the so-called South India? We don't believe that South India and North India, two India. There are no two Indias. That is the conclusion which we have come to in the previous discussions also. This particular narrative itself is a colonial construct that has been clearly mentioned by Sriman Prabhul Ketkarji. The colonial construct, anthropological, racial differences, north and south are unequal in development. There is a sort of discrimination among south and north. Is it true? It has been proved beyond doubt by our honorable, our great speakers through statistics. Who are the real contributors for our revenue? All are contributing, there is no doubt. Why you are claiming that Kerala is only contributing? Is it a correct thing as far as the present situation of the economic situation is considered? Can you just say that Kerala and Tamil Nadu and Karnataka and Andhra, Telangana is being neglected by the center? I can't say. Just now, one of our colleagues has presented that remarks when our discussions were going on. He said that for the first time in the history of Kerala, we are seeing highways. Okay, and some of the ministers are claiming that we have done it. Myself and my father-in-law has constructed it. ऐसा करके बताने वाले लोग हैं हमारे केरल में. But people know the fact when it all happened, it all started. So, and also if at all some places are being considered bit more by the central government, what is the reason of that? Why Northeast is given bit more importance? Why Kashmir and Jammu has been given bit more importance? The so-called Bimaru states, so-called, I'm not saying that they are Bimaru states, but they have given some bit more consideration. It is needed also. So all these aspects we have discussed. This false narrative has been busted like anything by our honorable speakers in our 4 sessions which just now concluded. Now we are going to hear the valedictory remarks and definite, correct, specific directions for how this aspect is to be taken forward, how it is to be taken to whole Bharat, how it is to be taken to all universities, and even how it can be taken to even Columbia University and Washington University and Pennsylvania University and MIT too. See, recently we have heard what happened in MIT, what happened in UPenn, and what happened in Harvard. How the American Congress has countered the presidents, elected presidents of those universities, and asked them to reply in one word, yes or no. How strongly they have asked whether you are considering the call for genocide of Jews as a harassment or not. So world is changing. Along with that, the Bharat narrative is also to be taken in a forceful manner in those universities also. So I am requesting, sir, you are a global citizen in that way. So we request you to give us direction how we can reach out to the whole world with this Bharat, Eka Bharat, Shrestha Bharat narrative. That's what which I have to say in this particular speech. I am concluding. Namaskar. Thank you for Kesari to give me an opportunity to speak before you. Namaskar.